Hey, Right Riders, Keith Wheeler here, back with another video for you. And I wanted to bring you along with me as I look at this new niche. And it's not a super new niche. I mean, it's been out there for years, but there's a new spin on it that I really wanted to show you. And so before I do, let me just tell you what it is. It is math worksheets. And when I talk about math worksheets, I know that sounds super boring. I personally love math, but I can understand how when it comes to no and low content books, it may seem kind of boring. But let me show you how lucrative it can be. And then I'm going to show you how quick and easy you can generate these. Now, I will tell you right off the bat that I am going to show you a software, but that being said, you don't need this software. I want you to look at what I'm going to show you on these sites, as well as what I'm going to show you in this software. And nothing that it does, you can't do yourself using PowerPoint all by yourself or Word or whatever. But you can at least use this video to get ideas on something that you can do yourself without even buying the software. Anyway, that being said, let me show you. Well, here we are on our platform of choice, which is Amazon. And I just want to go in here and show you how popular this niche can be. We got math flashcards, workbooks for grade 4. So that's good. It actually gives you a sub niche, actual grades. You've got other grades down here. The higher it is in the dropdown, that shows you that's more frequently it's actually searched for. So workbooks for grade 4, let's just click on that because that seems to be the most popular search for. There's 8,000 competitors in overall in Amazon. So what we can do is we can just scroll through and see some of the results. And you can see right here, the BSR, the bestseller rank of some of them. This is a free Chrome extension called DS Amazon Quick View. And it just makes it so I don't have to click on each one and scroll down and see what the BSR, the bestseller rank is. So it just gives me an idea as to how popular they are. They're all selling really well. I mean, they're selling well, but look at them. They're so plain. Like they don't really have much character. Well, this one's got some character to it. While there is competition in here, there's so much flexibility that you can do, things that you can add to it to make it more unique. Look at this one right here. It's got some characters on it, and its BSR is 1,800. So again, just looking at it, the ones that have, I mean, these are sponsored, so those don't count. But ones that have something different, even if it's just on the cover, little characters like this, they're selling really well. There's also something that so many people don't think of. And that is, and we've talked about it before on this channel, Amazon Ignite. If you've never heard of Amazon Ignite is digital educational products that are sold on Amazon. It could be worksheets, workbooks, flashcards, things like that. And the best part is they're digital. Think of like an ebook, okay? So they're digital, which means there's nothing to be created. So that way, it actually maximizes the amount of profits you can make. What happens is that people download the PDF or the zip file or whatever from Amazon, and they just print it out at their house or their school or whatever. So we're gonna head on over to that. So I've got another tab right here. And instead of going to books, we're gonna go to right here, digital educational resources. And we're just gonna do worksheets. There you go. Worksheets pops up. So in the digital educational resources, it's only 1,000. Okay. So again, we'll flip back over to general, and 8,000 if we're doing math workbooks for grade 4. So if I did just math books, 20,000. So in all of Amazon, there's 20,000 competitors for math workbooks. Again, this isn't drilled down to books. It's just overall. On Amazon Ignite, which is again, the digital educational resources, our competition is only 1,000. So a lot smaller, a lot opportunity for us to be seen. Now, unfortunately, Amazon Ignite does not have BSR, bestseller ranks. So that's why these all say rank not found. And obviously because they're digital products, they're going to be cheaper, so they're selling for like $1.99, $1.97, but some of them, this is probably going to be a huge, 135 pages for this one. And they're selling it for $10. But think about it, $10 and it's just digital. So the amount of of royalties that you can get from that is pretty big. Now you may be thinking, well, if the competitor is only 1,000, how do I know that there's that much interest in it? Well, I'll tell you, because there's also a place called teacherspayteachers.com. And that's where teachers come up with their own curriculums, and then they sell them to other teachers after they're done using it. So I'm going to go to Teachers Pay Teachers. Okay, we're going to go in here, and this really helps because it helps you in a couple ways. One is it's going to show you the competition. Teachers Pay Teachers has been around for years. Amazon Ignite's been around for I think it first started in 2019, if I remember correctly. So it hasn't been around nearly as long as Teachers Pay Teachers, and so this is going to show you more of what the possible potential could be. But it's also going to give you ideas on little sub niches that you can do. Let me show you. So if I go into the search box right here and I just type math, right here we've got math centers, math games, math posters. Okay. So if I do math worksheets, summer math worksheets, so that's going to be different. And these also will help you come up with some good keywords for your product. Workshop, that's not really relevant. Math morning work. All right. So we're just going to do math worksheets. Okay. So if you remember, on Amazon Ignite, our competition for math worksheets was 1,000. On Teachers Pay Teachers, our competition is 960,000 products, okay? 960,000 products. That tells you how big of a niche this really is. What the possible potentials are. I mean, and these people are selling bundles for $20, and they have 3.8 thousand reviews. And as you probably know, not everybody that buys a product is going to leave a review. And so 15. So again, there's such huge potential for this. Now that I've shown you that this is a viable niche, let me show you the software. But again, before I even show you the software, I want to remind you, you don't have to get this software. Okay. It's an amazing software. I'm not going to lie, but you don't have to get it. Watch what it does and use it to get ideas for things that you can create yourself. If you can't afford the software right now, that's absolutely fine. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be getting into this niche. Also, before I go any further, as I've said in previous videos, don't just be a sheep and follow and just do exactly word for word what this, or step by step what this software does. Okay. You have to make it your own. You have to make it unique to you. That way your book stands out over everybody else's. All right, so enough of that blabbering right there. Let me show you the software. So here we are on Math Worksheets Generator. Now I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go through this briefly. I do have the elite version, so I have everything. If you just decide to get just the basic, you may not have all of these elements, but let me just show you what you can do with it. First of all, we're starting off with addition, right? And there are, according right here, you can view 52 more options. So this is just like a quick template that you can do. If I clicked on this, you'd see all the different options. So I'm just gonna go back, try to make this as simple as possible. So this one is just this plus this equals blank, and then the kid puts in what it equals. This option is where the first number is shown, the second number is not, but you do have the solution. So 2 plus what equals 6. Then over here, it's the reverse. What plus 2 equals 5, okay? So let's say I wanted to do just the old-fashioned one, right? So I'm gonna click on this. And as soon as I click on this, it generates an entire page. It doesn't just generate one, it generates an entire page. And so I can click on this, I can expand it, I can change the alignments to make it top align, left align, middle, center, bottom, right. Let's increase the percentage a little bit, zoom in so you can see a little bit more. Okay, so that's what it looks like at 50%. All right, so this is what it spits out right here. So as you can see, it's got numbers 1 through 60 because it's, 6 per row and a total of 10 rows. So there you go. I can just go up here, add a new page, boom, it drops down here. I click in here and I can do, maybe I want to make the one where the second digit is missing. So I click on that, boom, again, it generates an entire page right here. So if I click on that, I can make more changes, okay? I can change the number of rows, because right now the default's to 10. I can change it to, only 5. I can change the number of columns. I can change the grid width, the grid height, the row spacing. So if I want to make it more spaced out, I can just space it out a little bit more. Boom. I can change the actual operands, the numbers. So right now they're all single digits, 1 to 9 for the first number, 1 to 9 for the second number. But maybe for my book, I want to make it, the first number is going to be a single digit, but the second number is always going to be a double digit number. So then I can just change this. It starts with 10 and it goes to 99, and then update worksheet. And there we go. All the first numbers are going to be single digits and the second numbers are going to be double digits. Now, obviously in this particular one, the second number isn't being shown, but you can tell by the total, by the sum, that it is in fact going to be a double digit number. So like for this one, it would be 50. 6 plus 50 is 56. Also, I would probably want to add some spacing between the rows, just a little bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Now, because of that spacing, obviously doesn't take up the same amount of space. And so it goes a little beyond the page. Let me just reduce this back down to 10% so we can see everything. Okay. And so I would probably want to reduce the number of rows. There we go. So it all stays within that area. So again, those are just some of the few things that you can do with addition. You can add in boxes. So instead of it just being a blank space where they're supposed to type in the number, you can make a box. You can make it a dotted box. You can make things go horizontal instead of vertical. That's an option. Again, those are all the things you can do with addition. So we're going to click go back. Subtraction, done the exact same way. You have multiplication. You have division. And then you have step multiplication. So let's go in here. We're going to add a new page and we're going to do step multiplication. It gives all the little boxes so that way when they're multiplying multiple digit numbers, 7 times 3, 7 times 7, put that here. Then they're going to put their 0 here, 7 times 3, 7 times 7, and then add them together. Again, very common when it comes to a little bit older math, like usually I think maybe 3rd grade nowadays. But you'll have to do your some research and figure out what grades this would be relevant to. But again, just literally a click of a button and it already generates an entire page worth. Now this one, as you can see, is a 2x3. If I can click on it, I've already shown you how you can change the rows and the columns and the width, but there's other things that you can change as well, including you can change, we can change the type of numbering. So right now it's got like 1 and then a parenthesis around it. I can just make it 1 and a dot. I can put parentheses on both sides. I can make it circled. So we can do it like this. And then we just hit update. And now the number is circled. We can change the thickness. We can change the color, whether it's solid, dashed, or dotted. We can change our cell padding, our margins and stuff like that. That's how we do the step multiplication. Let's go in here. Let's add another page. What other things do we have? Lattice multiplication. I'm going to be honest. Lattice multiplication is something I had never even heard of. If you don't know what it is, really you should check it out. Go look it up online. It's actually pretty cool. It's a fast way to multiply, 3-digit number times a 3-digit number. I'd never seen this before. I've got 4 kids. They've all graduated now and never heard of this before. I'm just going to click on this one right here. Here's the math problem. It is 615 times 74. And this is it right here with the lattice. And this is how they multiply it. Real quick, 7 times 5 is 35. You'll put the 3 here and the 5 here. All right. So that's a quick way on just a quick brief explanation on how to do it. Again, I can change the numbering, whether I want it circled or not. Right now it's on show bottom equation. So I can turn that off. I can turn on show top equation, refresh, and it's going to shift it. Now that we're showing the top equation, I need to select the show top equation result. So it gives me the little equals in the line. Again, so much flexibility. But again, this gives you ideas on what, even if you don't buy the software, this gives you ideas on types of math worksheets that you can create, right? Some of the other things, you've got long divisions, you've got time. So, and fractions. So let's just do the time one real quick. And as you can see, I'm clicking on one of these. So if I clicked on the view more, it's going to show you the different options. Well, this one happens to have 3 options. The options that it shows you, like let's go up to one of these other ones that have more. So long division. If I clicked on the show more, so it gives me all these, everything that's in here. These are all things that I can change using the settings. But instead of having to go in and change all the settings to do it, I can just click on the template real quick and get all those generated. So that's just why I happen to be clicking on the first one just to make it quick. But there's so much flexibility. And if you don't want to be messing with the settings too much, again, there's templates for pretty much all of it. Because time is really good for especially younger kids. So in this one, they're showing you a time and the student has to put in what time it's showing. Okay. Another option is the second one, and that is where it shows you the time right here, and the kid has to actually draw that. Okay. So they have to draw what 8:46 looks like. And the third one is an actual, like a test, if you will. It's going to show you a time, and then it gives you 4 options as to what the answer could be. And the kid has to either fill in the bubble or circle or whatever you want them to do to put in the correct answer. So like this one right here is 5 o'clock. So this would be the correct answer. Okay, so I could drop this down a little bit if I wanted. I can click on add text, circle the correct answer. Obviously that font is way too big, so we're gonna reduce it. All right, so we've got all this. Now, obviously I want the solution. So I'm gonna click on here, show solutions, generate the solutions. And here is my solutions right here. For question 1, this is the answer. Question 2, here's the answer. Now, page 2, if you remember, was that's where we were doing the multiplication steps. And so this is going to show a different type of solution. Again, page 3 was another one of the math, one of the addition ones. So it's just going to show you the numbers over here. Page 4 was the lattice. So it's going to show you how to figure that out, how to do the lattice, as well as how to get the answer, what the actual answer is. Page 5 was where it showed the time and they had to write down what the time was. And so this one, it was 2:22, it was 10:46. Page 6 showed the time that they had to set, and then the kid had to actually draw it out. And so here's what it looks like drawn out. Okay. And then lastly was the multiple choice options, and here are the answers. So that's how you do the solutions. Really that simple. If I want to generate more stuff, then I need to make sure that I click on the last actual page, which is here. I'm going to add a page, click in here, and we'll do fractions. Okay, so there's my fractions page. Again, I can control the number of rows and columns. I can control the widths. I can control the numbers. So if I'm having them do fractions with multiple digits to make it more complicated, all of that I can do right here. Now the important thing, and this is what this is in most of them, which is the little missing items. That's just what's going to be not included. So for this one, we're not including the results. We're not including the answer. If I wanted to change that, I can click in here, can delete that, and I can put first operand and then hit update, and it's going to take out that first number. So what fraction plus this fraction equals this fraction. And then once I'm done with this, then obviously I have to generate a new set of solutions because I've added more questions in there, more pages. And if I do that and I scroll down, so it added the solutions for that last page. And these are just some of the things that you can do using Math Worksheets Generator. And again, you don't need this software. It's not a necessity. If you have more time than you have discretionary funds, then you can do all of this yourself. I mean, as you can see, I mean, they're just shapes and numbers. Okay, so you can generate them yourself. It's just going to take you longer than doing it using a software. And of course, this software, like I said, just a couple clicks and it's generated. regardless of how you do it. Getting back to what I said before, you want to make sure that you don't just, don't just do everything, blank and unexciting. You can actually go in the software and go to images. You can download some images. They already have some here. Let me go to the uploads. I've already uploaded some, okay, some animals. So I can click on these, I can insert them, and they're going to insert them here, and I can put them wherever I want them. Now, obviously, I need to get rid of this row because it's being covered up by these. So then I'll just click in here, and I'm going to reduce the number of rows by, let's just say 2. So I'm going to drop it down to 8. And update. There we go. I can even make this a little bigger. And this is just, obviously I just threw this together. I would definitely put more time and effort into it. But again, put a theme around your math book. So it's not boring. So it's not boring to the kid. So, there's things that they're seeing besides just doing the normal math, something exciting for them, but also so it stands out when the parent or the teacher is looking for it. Make sure that the cover has got, whatever your theme is on the cover, as well as whatever the math is. So if you're doing one that's on addition, subtraction, have some examples of that on your cover page, on your book cover. So again, you absolutely don't need this software. You can do everything that this does manually. This just does it quicker. It does it easier. It makes it more user-friendly for you, but it's not a necessity. Now, there are 2 takeaways I want you to take away from this video, if nothing else. One is that creating math worksheets can be fun and can be a very lucrative niche for you to get into. We showed you on the Teachers Pay Teachers how profitable it can be and how big it really can be, how popular they can be, but also that how little competition there currently is on Amazon Ignite. So you can do it as both a workbook and that's in actual KDP or Lulu or wherever else you want to do it, and do it as a workbook, but you can also do it on Amazon Ignite. Right now, they're currently, as of the recording this, there's only 1,000 competitors out there on Amazon Ignite. So the potential is there. So one, I wanted you to absolutely see that niche is out there. And remember that you don't need this software. I can't stress that enough, okay? I know it's so easy to get shiny object syndrome. I don't want to just show you another shiny object and tell you have to get it. You don't. Everything that this software does, you can do yourself using PowerPoint, Word, or a bunch of other different softwares. It's just going to take you more time, whereas with the software, it does it super fast. You saw me do a couple clicks and I generate multiple pages. Keep that in mind, is that you don't need this software, but I want you to at least use this video and the research that I just showed you. Do your own research as well to find sub niches, but use it to get ideas, okay? You saw the types of math problems that they do in there. That lattice multiplication, I had never seen that before. And so again, just other options that are out there, things that you can do to make your book stand out. And the second thing I want you to take away from this is, again, like I talked about in previous videos, don't be a sheep. Don't follow just blindly. Look for sub niches. Do things that will make your book stand out. Make it just more than just a math book. Think back when you were a kid. Did you like doing just, pages of just math? No, you want something there that's going to catch your eye, whether it's, an animal theme or robots or dinosaurs or princesses or whatever. So many different possibilities you can do. But again, don't just if everybody created just a blank worksheet workbooks, it's going to be super boring and they're just going to be competing against each other. You need to figure out what you can do to make your workbooks, your worksheets, make them stand out, make them more popular, make it so that way when the teacher or the homeschooling parent, when they buy it, that they're going to want to buy your next one too, because yours are different than everybody else's. Yours are better. So keep those 2 things in mind. Now, I know I talked about Amazon Ignite, and that might have been something that you'd never heard of before. Well, you're in luck because I did an entire series on Amazon Ignite. So if you want to learn more, check that one out. Or YouTube says that this one right here is perfect for you. I'll catch you in one of those videos, and remember to write right.